You need people like me so you can point your fingers and say, that's the bad guy. What I make you? Good? You just know how to hide.
Hello everyone and welcome back. Today I'm talking about the comic book guy on Antiques Roadshow. If you guys haven't checked this out before, Antiques Roadshow is kind of like where all the baby boomers bring their stuff in and then pretend to act surprised when they find out it's worth like millions of dollars. Well, they have a guy on here who is the ultimate millennial comic book guy who has just recently watched the MCU movies, and he is now the comic book specialist on the Antiques Roadshow. I've wanted to make a video about this for a while, and I was like, I got to do this now. I can't believe nobody else has talked about this. So I don't know how this guy got this job, whether it was like through like nepotism or I don't know, they thought he looked cool and edgy and he came in with his flashy suits and was like, man, I'm the comic book guy. Well, you have got to check out some of these videos. They're hilarious. So let's react to them.
I bought them new when I was about 11 and 12 years old. And I put them in a box, and for the last 50-something years, they've sort of sat in that box. I got inspired when Antiques Roadshow
there he is.
Down, and I thought I'd bring him in.
Oh, very cool. So you remember
very
back
cool.
in the day in 1962?
I love these comics.
Back in the day.
Marvel was, I thought, the best comics.
So all the comics in your collection.
Man, look at my guy, Travis.
From 1961.
He's got that pink blazer.
1967. Marvel's been around since the
that
late
beard.
30s.
He looks like the missing link.
Comics in the golden age. But it wasn't until 1961, with the birth of the Marvel Silver
Travis
Age
looked
of
all
comics,
this
when
up
it
on
finally had a
Key
change
Collector
from
last
Atlas
night.
Comics to Marvel. And the first book that started it all was Fantastic Four #1 in November.
My dude showed up in
1961.
shorts.
But when
He
it
could
comes to
give
comic
two
book collecting,
craps about
what we
this.
look for is what is a key issue. And a key is essentially just any type of comic that's
Where's the
historically
keys?
significant, whether it's
Where are the
first appearance
keys?
of a character, a costume change, an important story.
Sounds like
maybe
me
somebody
when I go in a
died.
comic shop.
And
That's the first thing I
historically
do.
for Marvel, the Fantastic Four
Where
is
are
a
the keys?
breeding ground of superheroes. So the Fantastic Four was really a way for Marvel to introduce and intertwine a bunch of characters. We have Fantastic Four 36.
God,
now,
dude. Look at my dude. No other people in this company look like that or dress like that. Zero.
Issue, the first Inhuman. And that's what takes us to issues 48 and 49. It's the first appearance of Galactus and, more importantly, the Silver Surfer. Fantastic Four 48 is your best book by far. In its current condition, the Fantastic Four
'cause it's on Key Collector.
is a $2,000 to $3,000 comic.
Okay.
Now jump to issue 49.
Just no expression whatsoever.
Galactus, and there he is on the cover.
He knew all
then
this.
You also have the Silver Surfer on the cover. That book
He's like,
in
yeah,
its condition is $1,000 to $1,500. Now continuing to the next row, we keep with the Fantastic Four. Issue 52. This book is literally hotter than fire in the market.
Hotter than fire. Hot top
First appearance of
10.
The Black Panther.
He might be a
Black
Comic
Panther
Tom guy.
is the hottest character right now in the Marvel Universe, easily at auction. This is
Oh,
a
man.
$800 to $1,200 comic.
If it's so
Avengers
hot,
11,
why is it
important
less?
key issue because why? You have the first crossover with Spider-Man joining the Avengers. Very hot book because Avengers Endgame came out earlier.
Avengers Endgame. You just watched it.
Spider-Man
MCU.
joining the Avengers for the first time.
MCU
In its
spec.
current condition, you have a $300 to $400 comic. Last but not least,
The guy's
one
like,
my
I know
favorites
all
on the
of this.
table, X-Men 12. I don't know if you're a moviegoer, but Deadpool 2, super hot satirical movie. The Juggernaut was in it.
His only information is the
Revitalized
movies.
interest. Everybody wants a Juggernaut comic. In that condition alone, the Juggernaut book
I want a
itself
Jugs
is
comic.
$500 to $800. Now that's just 10 comics outside
That's just 10 of them,
the
dude.
110 you have. And the condition across the board is realistically, it's phenomenal. Conservatively,
Phenomenal.
at auction,
It's
for
gonna
the
be
entire
phenomenal.
collection, I think you easily have $30,000 to $40,000 worth of comics here. So
Guys,
times
like,
100 at 12 cents a piece.
This guy has
what do
no
you mean,
expression
like 10
whatsoever.
Bucks all in, $12.
$12.
I mean, that's not too bad of a return of your investment.
I didn't really think of it as an investment at 12, but I guess it was.
On the
He was not thinking about it as an investment. The millennial, he's thinking about dollars and cents.
You'd easily have a $100,000 comic.
Are you kidding me?
Yeah, it's the Black Panther, of course.
There's no way that I can make that into $100,000.
No, I can't. No.
If you had $100,000 sitting right here, you would have
If I did,
$100,000.
trust me, I'd make your dreams come true.
Hey everyone, Travis here with a hot collection.
There he is.
For you. When it comes to
Look at his gold chain.
Especially any book that
He's got a little gold
1985
piece.
and newer, you have to keep an eye out for a newsstand variant. Exhibit A. You'll notice this
Exhibit
one
A.
right here next to me has a UPC code.
Oh man, he figured out newsstands and directs last night.
$20.99. The UPC code.
He watched a
indicates
video
that's
about it.
newsstand variant.
He learned
What
what the newsstand was.
variant means is, as a buyer, collector, reader of comics back in the day, you would have to walk into the gas station, convenience store,
Or anywhere else and buy.
He read all this
from
on
the newsstand, like a
Wikipedia.
magazine rack.
anytime you see one with the black square or a Spider-Man head, anything that's not a UPC code, we refer to that as a direct edition. That would have been a copy that was sent
directly from the publisher to the comic book shop using a distributor for the direct market. These comics were sold to
This guy's the
retailers at a
big
discount,
comic book
but
guy.
could not
He's
be returned
probably
to
not a
the
comic
store.
book guy now, but he was, dude.
Newsstand variant versus
In
direct
2021,
edition.
he was that guy.
Asking the question, well, what are these things worth? As this #1 and 9.8 as a newsstand,
It's worth $300 to $500 at auction. While if it was
Yep.
just a direct edition, it only
Just a
$100 to
direct.
$200.
when digging through those long boxes, make sure to check out a UPC code. That can put a lot of extra money in your pocket.
Yeah. Oh, bloopers.
My gross sausages. That's okay.
Oh, God, he's so charming. What a guy.
When I was a kid,
Now,
I
this
would
poor
go down
schmuck.
to a store in
This is the
Woodlawn
other comic
and
book
buy
guy.
Canadian comics, and my mom knew this, of course.
And this is the other guy with the
At work,
twisted
and she
mustache.
calls me and
This
says,
guy
"Come
drinks
down
whiskey
at
and
the
has
auction."
opinions
They were selling
100%.
Stuff that people had left in storage units too long, and she said there were 2 boxes.
And they've
of
got
comics
this
that
Avengers,
I
like,
want to,
literally
have her bid
hole
on, and
punched
I said,
into
"Sure."
that board. You gotta
So
see
she
this.
brought them home, and in the box were these 2 comics. And about 5 months ago, she calls me, and I had a whole bunch of stuff in their attic, and she said she needed me to come and take them out.
And you're telling me this guy's not
because,
collected
they were
comics
taking
his whole
up
life.
space and
Yeah,
they were
right.
consolidating stuff.
Now, do you have any idea what she paid for the box of comics at auction?
Yeah, she paid $24 for the box.
So she
one-
ripped
one
off
box, but you
Grandma.
said there were 2 of them.
Two
Classic,
boxes,
classic
and
move at
she
the
looked at
yard
other one,
sale.
There were some toys in the top, but comics underneath, and this one was filled with comics, so she bid on that one. Which to this day, I kind of wonder what might have been in the other box.
Well, you brought in a tremendous collection of comics, but I chose only 2.
Yeah.
We
He
have
only chose 2 of
The
them.
Avengers #1.
Wait till you see what he
from
didn't choose.
1963, and
Because that's your
Avengers
expert.
#2 from
And he's got a
November
pointer. So you know he knows what he's talking about. He's got a
So
pointer.
I chose
He's going to
these
point at
2
him.
comics
Look at him.
Because right now the Avengers are very
Look.
big in the public consciousness.
Yeah, Avengers are big.
Marvel Comics released their latest movie, Avengers: Age of Ultron.
Yes.
And you've got coming out.
They're all MCU spec
I
guys.
heard about this Ant-Man.
Ant-Man. I mean, these are.
That's first appearance of Paul Rudd.
Marvel superheroes. I mean, it's written by Stan Lee.
That's first
art
appearance
by
of Paul
Jack
Rudd.
Kirby with just some
There's that mustache.
amazing characters.
God, I bet that guy smells whiskey. Look, he's got a scar over his eyebrow. He's like a
And
professional
this is a new
fighter or
character,
something.
The Space Phantom, which unfortunately
This guy's talking about
I don't think
Space
anyone
Phantom.
really knows about anymore. One thing about comic books that really changes the value on is condition.
See, look at this guy. Hey, this guy looks at least normal. Not like the millennial guy.
You've got
Probably same age, unfortunately.
You've got a section here that is completely folded back.
Look at that.
You've got what we call a rolled cover.
Aw.
Which means the cover is slightly offset,
That'll press out.
Especially on this one.
See, look at that. They've got a hole punch through the back cover, dude.
This one would be a very good minus.
What are they
This one would
doing?
be
Or is that a
very good
magnet?
Plus.
Right.
Kind of in that range.
Right.
He's grading
Do you
them.
have any idea what the value might be on them?
I honestly really don't.
This is the best
At
part coming up.
auction, in what we would consider unprofessionally graded condition, this would sell for around $450 to $550.
Really?
He's acting,
That's
man.
really cool.
He's acting. He knew it. He looked on eBay.
Estimate in this condition, it would probably sell at auction for between $4,000 and $6,000.
No way. You were kidding me. In that condition? Wow, my mom is going to freak out. I cannot believe
He knew
that
all
she
of
kept
this.
them all these years. She's totally
can't
not gonna
believe it.
this story.
I just randomly brought this high-end box of comic books to this thing.
That is amazing.
Guy's
I don't even
freaking
wanna
out.
touch him now.
This guy's going to lose it.
Mom, you did good.
He doesn't want to touch him. This guy goes back home. He's like, I got more.
Comics are worth.
Yeah.
These are the
He
ones
runs
you
back home.
Bought at an auction when you were a kid. You had them stored away forever. You finally went back, dug them out, and brought them here.
The Washington State Apple box. that had duct tape all around it. And I was like, what is in that? And then I opened it up and I'm like, and I had literally forgotten what was in there. And I'm going through and I'm like, oh my God, that's right. There are 2 issues of the Avengers.
And you had a whole bunch of comics in there. I just chose these 2 for the center, and we went through a couple.
And what it blows my mind is the X-Men 4 he doesn't put up there.
Comic culture. You have
that thing
by,
is beat up.
Jack Kirby with the first appearance of
That's
Captain
a cool
Marvel.
cover.
You've got one of the early X-Men with the Brotherhood of Evil Mutants, which has.
Come on, you got to put that up.
One of the first appearances of the Juggernaut. I mean, all these great early comic book characters that are so in the forefront of public consciousness today. And as a kid, these guys were our heroes. And now a whole new generation is introduced to them. And now comic books are making a huge comeback. I mean, these were
they're back, baby.
Garbage back then. And
now wait a minute.
You've got
pulp garbage. I take offense to that.
It's just unbelievable. I think probably
Maybe
the more
right.
amazing than just the price is opening the box and just seeing the characters as they were drawn back then. I mean, just
the good old days, man. How it used to be.
Comic books today, back then.
The characters have changed so
used to
much
be a lot
over
better.
the last 40 years.
Yeah.
I think every one of these heroes has died at least 20 or 30 times. So the current incarnation of Thor is a woman. I mean, these characters
Don't remind
change
me.
so much and evolve. And it's really wonderful to be able to revisit the way we were
we want
being.
We want to go back.
I haven't opened any of them up since I found them because I was too scared because I was worried.
He got Comixology and was like, I'm going to read them online.
Times just to, because they'll show you the pages and I can read and remember that way, but I haven't cracked some of them, but I think I will. Well, maybe not that one.
Don't touch them. Well, there you have it. 2 of the most possibly unqualified people to be running as the expert of Antiques Roadshow. I mean, you got Twisted Mustache Guy, and then of course you've got Ultimate Millennial Missing Link Guy. I mean, I can't believe these guys got these jobs, but it was hilarious. It was fun to react to. Guys, I hope you guys enjoyed it. If at any point in time you like this video, give the thumbs up. And if you like this video, subscribe for more. Take care.